know, the church. A lot of people say the church is above, any type
Only
of
church
criticism.
people say that.
So, I'm not gonna play the video because it's kind of a long
lot
video.
of cussing
But
too.
a woman went viral, after she says her church tried to her pastor specifically tried to charge her family $800 to speak at her grandmother's funeral, who's been a member. Her and her husband has been a member of the church for over 55 years, and they tried to charge her $800.
That's crazy.
And the justification was, the pastor said, we got to hire ushers. We got to do food. We got to, get the venue ready, which is the church. And then, what's the repast and all that. We got to get all of that ready. We got to hire ushers. We got to hire parking lot attendants. We got to hire a bunch of people to put on this. It's a funeral, to put on this funeral.
To put on the funeral.
So, if y'all want it up to our standard, which y'all know y'all do, y'all got to pay us $800. And when I heard it, I guess, I'm a little out of touch. I didn't think $800 was a lot of money. But, like, for all of the things when she listed it off, I'm like, that don't sound too bad. I've heard a lot worse. So, when you heard that, do you think that's out of line? She been a member for 55 years.
I think that's absolutely crazy. If her grandma was probably mother of the church or something like that. Like people who are at church for the last 55 years, you have at least half of their life income. Like that's like you have at least that, right? $800 is literally crazy, given that I don't know. Now, churches have restructured and reorganized. So I'm not sure exactly the infrastructure of this church works. Most ushers are volunteers. And if your church mother has passed away, you at least got 7 to 10 people who are willing to volunteer to be an usher. Right. Like that's something you get family members.
So you think he blowing smoke with all of these trying to justify?
You're not hiring parking attendants. Everybody's going to the church parking lot like they've been doing. You don't need to hire parking attendants. And then also like, I got to get the venue ready.
The venue is the church.
Well, the venue is the church, and when I have, when I am a member of your church, that's what I get for being a member. When you're a member of somebody's church, you are entitled to 2 things: they gotta marry you, and they got to bury you. They got to, and that you get a different rate. $800 is never the membership rate. It's never half of that. And I said
$300-$400.
About $300-$400. Then that's including the food. About $300-$400.
They should have a member fund. They have a pastor's fund. That's what she was saying too. She was like, y'all got an anniversary fund. Y'all got the pastor's fund. Y'all got the building fund. Y'all got all these funds. Why don't y'all have a member fund to cover that $800 if there is a real $800 that needs to be covered, which... Now that you kind of broke it down like that. See, I didn't even think about it like that because $800 was like, I'm thinking like, people be saying funerals cost so much.
They do.
So to hear this, I'm like, $800, that sounds reasonable. But now that you broke it down like that, the usher, like, I can have my uncles, I can have a bunch of people volunteer to do all that. Like, the family can really volunteer to do this. And she's been there 55 years. I'm sure... For her to stay that long, she
got some friends in that church.
There's somebody who's willing to say, okay, she gave her life to this church, to the community, whatever. Okay, so that makes sense.
But, and then and I understand that like pastors charge a fee as well.
Yeah.
So like food plus pastor fee and stuff like that. But also, it should never be when people say like, because like when my grandfather passed away, it was like $10,000, right?
Right.
But the casket was $3,000. The tombstone was $2,000. Like a lot of that is the actual burial part, not necessarily the facility part. Because he passed during COVID, we actually did have to do like a funeral service, but we would have had it at the church and it would have been cheaper that way because he was a member, and that's the thing. So now it's like if you're just as much as the funeral home, I might as well go to the funeral home.
Yeah,
and you know what I mean.
I never
most of that stuff is volunteer. Even the flowers, even those days like most of that stuff is your family coming in with the flowers and they set it up, or you have the flower people come, they set it up. Like
Right.
there is really no, I can't think of any justification outside like of his fee or her fee for
Right.
for speaking at the funeral. Mind you, you're not
Yeah.
the only speaker at the funeral, so why are you the only one getting paid? Everybody else got comments.
You know what? I mean, listen, I'm sold. At first, I'm like, I thought she might have been being cheap, but again, okay, let's take a step back.
Okay.
$800 is a lot of money to the average working person who just lost their grandmother.
Yes.
Like that's not like
Yeah.
that's not like I'm thinking $800 for me. I'm like I thought funerals cost like a lot of money, so she might be. I'm thinking she's getting off cheap, but then now you kind of broke it down. I'm like,
all of that.
Yeah, it might cost more than $800, but $800 shouldn't go to him.
No,
that's the problem. It's not the $800 the issue. The $800 is going to be spent. It's like I shouldn't pay you $800 because I paid you for 55 years.
Yes.
You know,
I think that's what it is too. And then all the other facilities at the church, again, like you're a member of the church, you should be entitled to. So even if you wanted to do a slideshow at the church or something like that, they shouldn't be charged. Well, the projector gonna be $50.
Yeah, I mean, because at that point you can start charging for everything.
At that point, you're not a nonprofit. Yeah. You got to realize these institutions, they do not pay taxes. Number one. When I say taxes, they don't pay taxes like property taxes on their building, and then they don't pay federal income tax. They get money from the government. They get grants. So for you to be nickel and diming, you know, it's gonna be this for this, it's gonna be that for that, it's gonna be that. Man, you're trying to turn a nonprofit into a for-profit, and I'm gonna call the IRS. Like,
yeah, churches, you know, like I said, that's a topic a lot of people don't like to speak about because it comes across as, you know, you're talking about, you know, speaking about people's religion, or you're speaking about people's pastor.
Oh, when everybody got mad at Drewski.
Yeah,
and that's what people were saying. People were like, "Oh, y'all get mad."
Churches getting out of hand. You know what I'm saying?
Churches are getting out of hand. I think the only people who feel like churches are above reproach are people who still go there.
Yeah.
But outside of that, like the people who have like kind of moved on and said like, I'm gonna find my spirituality somewhere else.
Yeah. Because I've had I grew up in the church. I had my own relationship with, you know, religion and the church and things like that. My grandma used to, like I told you, she used to put all of her. I don't know how we all fitted in this car.
Y'all were little.
But, like, we literally all fitted in the car. We never got pulled over. Her car never went down. She never stopped for gas. Like, I don't know. I never seen her stop for gas. I never seen anything. But the car always worked. And like we used to go to church, and grandma come pick you up at 7:30. You be at her church from 8 to 11. You go to a church somewhere else from like 12 to 3. Mm-hmm. You go somewhere else. You go for 4 to 6 to eat.
Right.
And then from 4 to 6, you might go to like a night service or something.
You are there all day.
You're there all day.
If you were like me, you're there all day on Sunday. You got Wednesday Bible study.
I was just about to say, don't count Thursday nights or Wednesday nights Bible studies. I was definitely in Bible study. So
don't let it be a revival. Yeah. Then you there all night.
You're there all night. So yeah, you know, the church, and you know, people grow up and now they have their own relationship with the church, and like just because you don't go don't mean you're not, or you're turning your back on this religious establishment.
You're still engaging spiritually. I think that's part of the reason why, like, even going to div school and being chaplain of culture, like part of the reason why like I engage the way I engage like academically is because for so long, even stuff like this, like questioning how much money should I really have to give, but the church that my grandma's been a member for 55 years, all of that was like, it's shameful, and it make you feel guilty for it and things like that. And it's like, wait, no, I just really want to understand where her tithing and why she doesn't get like the same type of honor and respect for that.
Yes. I mean, a lot of people, like I'm one of those people. I don't like to speak out against the church. I don't like to speak out against religious leaders and stuff like that, because it comes off as anti-church or anti
right.
any, like, I don't care if it's Muslim, you know, I don't really like to speak out against religious leaders, because I feel like everybody have their own relationship with religion, and that's a very, very touchy subject. So I just let people do what they want, but you know, hopefully they got this figured out. But yeah, she was going off. I mean, I'm talking about it was like 3-4 minutes of her going off on
Yeah.
these pastors.
Yeah.
So I'm just like,
Because $800 is a lot of money when you done paid for a casket, you done paid for a tombstone, you done paid for the burial
and
plot.
it's it's the principle.
And it's the
a lot of
principle.
times it don't even be about the money, even though it's about the money.
Money, yeah.
Sometimes it's about the principle. Like I've been here member, I didn't pay $800.
How many times over?
She probably, man, this lady probably been paying $800 a month because it's 4 Sundays. And she probably been tied and and giving offering $100, $200.
Yep, every now and again.
Every year, she's paid. She's paid.
And you know you can only write it off your taxes up to $3,000.
She's paid her dues.
Yeah,
I think anybody going to a church 55 years, you shouldn't charge them a dime.
They are entitled. You are entitled to get married. They need to marry you. They need to bury you. If they're not doing that, there's no reason.
How many marriages can somebody,
Don't do that. Don't do that. You funny.
Thank you guys for watching. In order to continue to support independent journalism, I need you to subscribe to our page below. And also, if you want the full podcast and more exclusive content, make sure you subscribe to the Patreon. Link is in the description.